Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I am trying out the Belle and Argent Panchromatic Eyeshadow Palette in Nude Intuitive Vision. So I actually got two of these in Ipsy this month. One I got in my April 2021 Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. And then the second one I had redeemed points for because I didn't realize I was getting it in my Ipsy Plus. But I'm so excited about this because last month I tried out the Plum Premonition palette from Belle and Argent and I loved it. I have a full review tutorial video on that and I can have that linked in the description down below if you haven't seen it. But I loved that palette so much that I wanted to try out more eyeshadow palettes from Belle and Argent. And then when I got this one this month, I was so happy. It also looks like such a beautiful color scheme that is so my style. I love brown tones, neutral tones to wear the most often for more casual looks. But also you can definitely make this glam, a little bit more elegant, dolled up. And I love a versatile palette that is cohesive. And looking at this, that seems to be the case. So before I get into this, let me make sure I let you know that this retails for $30. It's cruelty-free and vegan. And I love the packaging. There's a large mirror here. It had two stickers on top of the mirror. It was confusing. But it's a nice travel size palette. There's 8 shades. It looks like there are 4 mattes and 4 shimmers. So I'm going to start out with some swatches. Ooh, pretty light shimmery shade. Some nice matte brown shades. Beautiful feel to these and looking so pigmented already. Oh my gosh. That matte shade is incredible. Oh, so is that one. Oh my gosh. I just love the Belle and Argent eyeshadow formula. So pigmented. Wow. So buttery, and I love this color scheme right here on my hand. Such a range of colors, but all so cohesive. Oh, if they had just swapped out one of the either shimmery browns or matte browns for an off-white, a cream matte shade, I would think this palette has everything I need for my go-to look, but that's okay. We can deal without it. But I am going to go in with my eyeshadow primer, the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and only apply it to one of my eyes because I love to test out eyeshadow palettes with and without an eyeshadow primer to give a thorough review, and some eyeshadows look so different with and without a primer. So I'm just blending this from the lash line up to the brow bone and we are good to go. I'm going to, as per usual, start with the brow highlight. So taking the lightest shimmery shade here. I'm so glad that there is a light highlight shade in this palette. And I love a light shimmery shade like this on the lid. But when I try out eyeshadow palettes, I like to try and use as many shades as possible. And this is a great highlight shade. I love what that does to the inner corner. So brightening. This one is so easy to apply, nice and pigmented. Perfect highlight tone. And then there are a lot of great transition crease matte brown shades in this palette. So I'm gonna start out with the lightest shade here. A little bit of kickback when I lightly touched my brush into the pan there. But I'm going to take this shade and have this be my transition to go from the crease up to the brow bone. And that's why I always do my brow highlight first, because then I just blend this transition shade on top of the brow highlight. So then the brow highlight ends up being in the perfect spot. I don't have to go over on top of my blending to highlight afterwards. And I like this transition shade. Nice neutral brown to start building up some dimension and contour in the crease. And this has nice pigment. I'm able to build it up, but also blend it out easily to be a nice diffused color. So that's a really great go-to transition shade. And I'm just going to clean off my brush a bit before dipping into a slightly darker matte brown shade. This one in the corner here. Same amount of kickback in that one, I'd say. And I'm going to focus this shade right into the crease. Ooh, love that. Nice and pigmented and so easy to blend. And this is just building up the depth even more. Ooh, I am loving these tones of brown. You could definitely just stop right here to have a very casual, easy eyeshadow look that still really emphasizes the eye and looks so pretty, but also very subtle, natural. But on a quick kind of minimal makeup type of day, I love this look right here. Maybe even sweep it along the lower lash line a little bit. I'm not really going to do that right now because I'm probably going to put a shimmer on the lower lash line once I turn this into more of a glam look. But kind of doing like a day to night transition. This could be my daytime look. But next, I am going to take the darker matte brown onto a smaller brush so that I can focus this color into that outer V. Oh, this one is a perfect dark brown, smoky shade to put into the outer V to perfectly enhance the eye shape. Oh, this blends out so easily, but I can make it darker if I want to, or just leave it more subtle like this here. But I'm loving how this shade is working with the other shades on the eyelid. So I'm just darkening it up a little bit more. But gosh, I feel like this palette makes you able to create the perfect brown smoky eye look because the shades are so blendable and they work so perfectly together. I'm seriously forgetting which eyelid I even applied the eyeshadow primer to because they're both looking exactly the same. But this is the eye with the primer. No primer on this eye, but you really can't tell any difference. Once again, you could stop right here and have this be your eyeshadow look. This maybe makes it a little bit more glam, evening, smoky eye type of look, but I'm not stopping there. I am now going to do a shimmer shade. You know, I said I'm going to try and use as many shades as possible, so I'm going to go for it. First, I'm going to take the darkest shimmery shade and just with my finger, tap that into the outer half of the eyelid. Oh my gosh, this one is so easy to apply, so full pigment by just lightly tapping it on the eyelid. And this looks so good with the color scheme already on the eye. And then I'm going to take this brown shimmery shade and apply that with my finger to the inner half of the eyelid. And oh my gosh, this shade looks even more sparkly on the eyelid than I was expecting. I love it. It's a little lighter too than what I was expecting based off of how it looks in the pan. And I love this shade. Ooh, it looks so nice ombre blended with the darker shimmery shade. Oh my gosh. Yeah, very pleasantly surprised that this is really sparkly on the lid. I love that. I think it might look a little bit lighter than how it looks in the pan because the sparkle to it looks more like a silvery tone, which kind of lightens it up and looks so perfect on the inner section of the eyelid. I love to keep the inner portion of the eyelid lighter and brighter. And I just feel like all of these colors work so well to really enhance the eye shape. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure it's all blended, which is very easy to do with these beautiful formulas. Oh my gosh, this is seriously turning into one of my favorite brown smoky eyeshadow looks I have ever done. Wow. And of course, for the fun of it, I'm going to take another different shade. I'm going to take this shimmery shade, the one in the middle of the two already on my eyelids, and blend that along the lower lash line. I love a brown shimmer shade on the lower lash line. That's what I wear almost every single day. Like 99.9% of the time, I'm wearing a brown shimmer eyeshadow on my lower lash line. Okay, seriously, I love this eyeshadow look. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to love it, but I didn't think it was going to look this amazing on me. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I feel like I did such a good job, but it's not me and my skills. I really do think it's because of the palette. The perfect colors, perfect formulas. Like, this is a really nice, I almost feel like wedding makeup type of eyeshadow look. So here is the finished eyeshadow look. Oh my gosh, I just love it. That's what I keep saying. I can't stop looking at it in the mirror. I'm just so happy with how this turned out. I feel like it's so flattering. Like, I don't even have on a lot of mascara or anything like that. And I feel like that's when you can really tell how great an eyeshadow look is, when you don't feel like you need the mascara to pull the whole eye makeup look together. Does it make any sense? That is how I always think. And still, no difference with the primer versus without the primer. No creasing. Both of them look exactly the same as far as the amount of pigment. So, wow. Well, I'm so glad I have two of these because it's an amazing palette that I'm so excited to gift or give away to someone else to really enjoy. And I'm so glad that I have this and the plum version in my collection that I'm going to be reaching for so often. I love these. And who knows, maybe Ipsy will have another Belle and Argent eyeshadow palette as an option next month or in upcoming months, in which case I would love to get those because I think it's official. Like, Belle and Argent eyeshadow palettes are some of my absolute favorites now. So let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the Belle and Argent eyeshadow or this Nude Intuitive Vision palette in particular. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.